Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Kasey Johnson, and I'm here with Dr. Ben Manulis. What's going on, Dr. Ben?
Hey, having a good morning here. How you
Awesome.
doing?
Doing great, doing great. But yeah, so we wanted to jump on today and just give you guys some really just practical tips that are going to help you have a healthier next few weeks. Because with the next few weeks, we have Christmas coming up, we have New Year's. It's full of a lot of sugary snacks. People are typically getting sick around this time of year too. So it's just a really great time where you can make some substitutions and really just like implement some just easy, just simple strategies to the way you eat. That way you can, really set the foundation for your health the rest of the year. So yeah, but Dr. Ben, you want to get rolling on a few tips?
Yeah, sure. So first off, it's Hanukkah right now. That's the
Hanukkah
holiday.
too.
Yeah, and so what I find funny is that everybody takes it for granted who's Jewish, but the holiday is based around this oil that burned for 8 days. And so the tradition is to make things that are fried, like donuts and fried potato pancakes. So
That's interesting.
it's inherently unhealthy. Um, so just because oil is like very calorically dense and high heat fats are cancer causing. So there's hacks around that as far as like I made sweet potato pancakes with vegetable broth and fried them in vegetable broth instead of oil. And so you get around the
That's
whole oil
cool.
thing. So yeah, little hacks like that. But yeah, the holidays can really be a time when people, they're busy, so they don't all have time to like, prepare food, and then they end up at holiday parties or friends' houses where there's unhealthy food, and they just kind of
Right.
they eat it, they gain a bunch of weight, and then New Year's Day rolls around, and they're like, "Oh my God, I gotta lose 25 pounds! All this damage I did over the holidays."
Right. And I think people kind of, they're thinking so short term. It's like, oh, well, it's just a few weeks. I can jump back in really quick. But like, I think, I can't remember right off, but it's, I think it's like that large amount of the weight people gain that kind of accumulates year to year to year. It all comes down to like the holiday season, because it really, I mean, it adds up if you think about it, like long term, not just like few weeks and then I'm good. It just melts away.
That's funny. I haven't heard that statistic, but it does not surprise me at
Yeah, I'm
all.
gonna find it and send it to you, because like it's yeah, it makes total sense. But
Yeah.
I think a big tip too, Dr. Ben, to point out would be like how much refined sugars you're taking in, because a lot of these desserts and treats that you're having around the holiday season that seem harmless because they're little snowman cookies or Santa, but I mean, there's ways that you can make desserts that taste very, very good, and you won't know the difference with a lot of these things. But like if you substitute whole food fruits and like different like dates and things like that into
Mhm.
your desserts, that way your body can process them correctly and you don't have to have that guilt, and you can really enjoy the sweet foods you're trying to have. So
Yeah, sure. So refined sugars is sugar without any vitamins or minerals in it.
mhm,
But if you use something like dates to sweeten it, well, it's got the whole package of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and
right.
yeah, that's a great substitute. Yeah, refined sugar can really slip people up, and essentially, refined sugar is just trying to trick our body into thinking we're eating fruit. So why not just eat fruit?
Right. Or
And
like banana, or
yeah,
yeah, things like that. Things like that. What else comes to mind whenever you're thinking of different things people can switch out to really make this their a healthier holiday season for them?
sure. Instead of shortening for baking like muffins or anything like that, you can use applesauce.
Mm,
And like I said, instead of frying things in oil, fry them in vegetable broth,
mhm.
because oil is essentially like the fat version of refined sugar. It's a refined fat with no other nutrition in it. So if we just substitute vegetable broth, which is just boiled vegetables, which has
Mhm.
tons of nutrition in it, you get a much better result and a lot less calories.
Right. And it's funny, Dr. Ben, I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and there was a recipe that called for like, it was either a ton of butter or a ton of like vegetable oil, where they're like, it all cooks out. I'm like, that makes no sense. Like it doesn't all cook out, it's still there. Um, but yeah, no, being cautious of what, the types of oils that you're putting in your body, it's super important.
Yeah, little oil goes a long way. I mean, oil is the most calorically dense food there is. So,
Hmm.
like 1 tablespoon is 120 calories. That's just like enough to fit on a spoon is
Right.
120 calories.
Yeah.
So even if you think, oh, there's only a little bit on here, it adds up
Mhm.
really fast.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And there's like, you have to be aware too of foods that like you wouldn't think would have so much sugar or so much oil. Like it sneaks into things. Like, I mean, if you're having like that holiday Starbucks mocha, I mean, whatever, there's so much sugar and there's so much like just bad things you're taking in, but not just that, it's just other things too. Like whether it's a condiment or, just, I mean, I can't think of anything else right off, but I mean, sometimes they sneak into things and you're not aware of how much you're actually putting in your body.
Yeah, totally. And so I think one of the best things you can do is just be prepared.
Yeah.
And that means, bringing your own food is a big one. If you make something that's healthy and delicious, you don't need to tell people it's healthy. If you do it right and it's delicious, you just bring it. It's everything else. People don't know any better.
Right.
And so, it's going to be a buzzkill for you to tell them, oh, do you know this doesn't have oil in it? Or
because they'll just accidentally not eat it, or it's, I don't know if I like that. It's psychological a little bit.
Yeah. And I think another important tip is eating before you go. So if you're worried like, oh, I'm going to go to this holiday Christmas party for work and I just know there's going to be like cookies and chips there and stuff I don't want to eat. And like everybody's willpower is finite. Like you only have so much willpower. It's not like I'm sitting here in a house full of like, cookies and junk food and just like not eating it.
Right.
Like, it's not there on purpose to make it easier for me.
Right.
So eating before you go is big. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to kind of recap what we talked about so far, I mean, like you just said, eating before you go is amazing. Bringing your own food and just not making it publicly aware that it's healthy, just kind of let people realize they like it on their own. Be aware of the oils, the sugars. What else can you think of, Dr. Ben? I know we're missing something.
I would say, I think a big thing is if you do have a slip up, go easy on yourself. And feeling guilty is really not productive in any way, because then it just becomes easy to say, well, I had this one thing, like, well, mine is like, it's all out the window now. Or like, maybe, I'm just going to wait till January 1st to do something.
Exactly.
That's a real defeatist mindset and can really send you down a bad path. So if you make a mistake, dust yourself off.
Eat better the next meal, eat better the next day. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the general mindset of a lot of people in our country is like, oh, well, I'll do better January 1st, get those New Year's resolutions. But it's like, if you want to have a bad day, like go to that party, eat what you want, but then, jump back in, because it's, those few weeks make a huge difference, like you were saying. So.
Yeah, it comes down to every meal is a choice, right? Mm-hmm. So you make a good choice one meal, it doesn't give you permission to like go do something terrible the next. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, made the good choice, pat myself on the back. The next one, I'll either make a good choice or I'll make a bad choice. And that's really inconsequential for the next time when I'm faced with a choice. And so you just hopefully add up enough good choices that you get in a good direction and, it becomes easier. But don't ever throw the baby out with the bathwater or, invite yourself into a downward spiral. It's just, it's defeatist.
Definitely. No, I love all of that, Dr. Ben. Do you have anything else you want to add before we jump off in a few minutes?
No, I think that's it. I think, keep it simple, make your own food, come prepared, eat beforehand. You'll be full. It'll be easier to have willpower. And, nobody is like super willpower person. Like everybody makes mistakes. So if you make one, don't drive yourself crazy with it.
Right. Absolutely. And if you have any questions for either of us, and Dr. Ben and I both have a lot of resources, like if you're looking for those holiday recipes that they taste amazing, that you're not going to have to worry about people, not liking your dish at the holiday party, like reach out, because we have a lot of resources. Or if you have questions with substitutions, we can really lead you in the right way. So just definitely reach out with that, and we would love to help you. So any closing words, Dr. Ben?
No, I think that's it. Really good talking to you, Dr. Kasey. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, and we'll be soon. We're talking beforehand, something fun we could do. So we'll jump back on here soon. And if you guys have any questions, reach out, and we'd love to answer those for you. So awesome, Dr. Ben. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you.